have this on record. So now we're going to go into the instructions for GIS Assignment 2, North American Hometown Geography Map Group Project. And so I am going to switch to student mode here very quickly, just so that I'll make sure that I'm seeing what you all see and make sure everything works. Who knows? And here we go. So now I'm a student, GIS Assignment 2 here. And there are our assigned groups. And here is the project itself. Okay, and so we'll need to download, or you will need to download this assignment. Okay, so your patience is appreciated. I have I've done this assignment many times before. I've taught it, but this is the first time we're doing it in a virtual context. And so your patience is appreciated, but I think I have some solutions here to the to get around the issues that we're dealing with in terms of working in a virtual space. Okay, so here is the Word document that includes the instructions for GIS Assignment 2, Group Project, North American Hometown Geography Map using ArcGIS Online. I'm now going to walk you through as much of this as I can within reason. So if you completed when you complete GIS Assignment 1, you should already have an Esri ArcGIS public account. If you do not have one, then you would click this link and just go through the process of signing in. So you go here, set up your account. Step 2, sign in, and just go click that button that says sign in. This is what you'll see after you sign in. Click on map, and then that'll take you to this My Map page. So I am going to demonstrate that for you now. Let's see if I go here, ArcGIS, and then I'm in my account. So this is what's going to happen to you. You're going to get here, sign in, and then I already have an account, so I'm going to hit sign in, and then this page will come up here. Then just click on map, and you'll be on the map page just like that. And then back to the instructions. Okay, it's just that simple. Okay, so now your next step is going to be to complete or fill out a spreadsheet. Just an Excel spreadsheet. I'm sure some of you have used Excel before. I'm going to try something here. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Just thought of this morning. So here's the hometown geography map spreadsheet that is included with your assignment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a shared document. Let me see. Well, no, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go File, Save As, and I'm going to call this GEOG. Just started this morning. 10/03 G1. So that G1 stands for Group 1, North American Hometown Geography Spreadsheet. So I'm going to save that. Then I'm going to go here to the shared file upload, and I'm going to upload that file and then make it a shared document. Okay, so now here it is. I'm going to close that out. I'm going to go right click here, get shareable link. I'm going to make this, take this from restricted to anyone with the link, viewer, editor, done. So now I'm going to go in here, get shareable link, copy link, go into the assignment, and now I have to go in the editor mode here. Can't be a student doing this. All right. Go into developer mode, boom, boom. And now go back here to DAO, and I'm going to, let me go in this way, let me go in the other way. Let me go, now this might work too, this might work. Edit event. Okay, so I'm going to put the group one spreadsheet link here. Okay. Boom. And then I'm going to save that. And now I'm going to go back here. File, save as. Call this one GEOG 101003 G2. Save. Back here. Here. This is done. New file upload. Here's G2. Boom. Okay, it's uploaded. Boom. Right click, get shareable link. Make this anyone with the link. There's an editor. Boom, boom, boom. Done. Back, right click, get shareable link. Done. Back here. And then group two, I'm going to give you this spreadsheet. What the hell is going on here? Oh, got to go back into edit mode. All right. Now, this is all experimental, folks. Should work, but you'll let me know. All right, so I'm going to paste this link here. And so you should, all right. So now we have the spreadsheet for group one. Here at this link, spreadsheet for group two. All right, so let me go back to student mode and see how that looks from a student viewpoint. View as student. Hopefully this won't get all crazy when I look at it from a student view. Okay, looks okay, looks okay, looks okay. Boom, 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 bam. Okay, let's see if anyone else has joined us. Or do we have the same? Smith posting, I think we got the same folks here. All right. Okay, so now what you have to do is complete this spreadsheet. Let's see, do I have a blank one? I think I do have a blank one here. Okay, and this one is just blank, so I can mess this one up if possible. So, okay, so here's your spreadsheet, all right? All of you have access to the spreadsheet within your groups individually, all right? So you go here, open with Google Sheets. This makes the sheet active. Okay, all right, so we're looking good so far. All right, so let's look at, let's see, darn it, darn it, darn it, darn it. I have to write this down. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to use some dummy data. I'm not going to use real data. Let's see which one. Let me just make sure I am where I think I am. Okay, here I'm going to open this up again with Google Sheets. All right. Probably have more than one open. Let me get rid of that one. Okay. So imagine this is your group. Okay. So each person, so we have Jones. This is not you. I'm just adding some names here. So I'm going to walk through the process that you should walk through as a group in setting up your spreadsheet. Jones v. Smith A. Padgett D. Let's see, Miller R. Just make up some names here. Okay, so Jones, let's say Jones is from Nashville, Tennessee, and Smith is from Dallas, Texas, and Padgett, that guy Padgett is from Baltimore, Maryland. Be more careful. And let's see, where is Miller from? Let's make Miller from Tampa, Florida. Let's just spread people around a little bit. Not Tampa, Florida. Let's make Miller from Sacramento, California. Let's mix it up a little bit, even though that's not really going to matter. Okay, so each of you should have access to your spreadsheet, so you can get into that spreadsheet individually. Normally, we would do this totally differently, but obviously this is a different situation that we're dealing with here. Okay, so next, city population. Listen very carefully, okay? I know what you're thinking. Let's just Google it. No, we're in college now. Google is for high school, okay? This is college. We don't Google, especially when you go to graduate school. You definitely don't Google. And when you get into your professional careers, you absolutely just don't Google things, because whatever you use in terms of information in your professional endeavors or in graduate school, or even now, you have to be able to verify the information. Google is not a verifiable source. You can't say, well, I just Googled it and got a number. I guarantee you that if I was to ask each one of you to Google the population of Nashville, Tennessee right now, you get 8 different answers, right? So we are going to use a verifiable source. In this case, the census. So watch carefully, okay? Hopefully you are watching, not multitasking. I know we all multitask. And see something in the chat. Okay, I don't know what that is. Okay, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the census site, census.gov. It's the U.S. Census Bureau. Okay, watch carefully. Now, this is being recorded in case you kind of are multitasking right now. Go to Explore Data, then go to Explore Data Main. Click there. Then you want to scroll down to where it says Quick Facts. Click on Go to Quick Facts. Boom. Okay, so our first city is Nashville, Tennessee. So let's say, type in Nashville. Notice you have lots of Nashvilles. Make sure you get Nashville, Tennessee. Boom. Notice what happens. Notice you see the census data for Nashville, Tennessee pop up in this spreadsheet. Do not get it confused with the United States. So notice the United States is almost 330 million people. Nashville, Tennessee has about 670,000 people, okay? That's the number you want for population. So here, copy. Now, you might not want to do this the way I'm doing it because I have lots of experience doing this. Man, come on, where's the spreadsheet? There's a spreadsheet. I'm gonna, let's see, I'm gonna paste special. And let's see, paste format only. Okay, let's just say format only and see what do we get there. Boy, that didn't work at all. Okay, let's go back, undo that, undo. Okay, the safe thing is probably just to type the data straight in instead of trying to copy and paste. To try to copy and paste, there's a shortcut that clearly didn't work, because what we don't want to do is bring code from an HTML form into another HTML form. That will completely mess up your data. So sometimes copying and pasting doesn't work. This is one of those times. And so it's what, 670,820. So back to the spreadsheet for Nashville. 670,820. So we would do that. So then each group member would come in and populate the spreadsheet with his or her own city population. Let me pause for a moment and ask if there are any questions at this time. I know I'm going kind of fast. Any question?
No, sir. Well, not for me.
Everybody's good. Okay, so we know the source for population of each city is the census. This is being recorded, so in case you are missing something, you can come back and watch it again. Okay, so next, listen very carefully. Now notice it says Google Maps. Here's where you get your hometown city latitude and longitude. Okay, so now, yes, we're going to go to Google, but we are going to go to Google Maps, not just plain old Google. And there's a technique to this, okay? Go here, Maps. Okay, here's Nashville. Now, what you want to do is find
the whole trip.
Perhaps a
we just went to we was in Orlando.
Just find perhaps a that's strange. Everybody is muted. I don't know where that's coming from. Okay, what we want to do is just find a landmark. Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to be your house. Well, not your house. Maybe your mama's house, your daddy's house, big mama's house, auntie's house. But find some landmarks. So a major landmark in Nashville is the Parthenon. And so now what you don't want to do is click right on the that teardrop. You just want to get somewhere close, okay? And maybe you want to take the satellite view just to give you a better idea of where you are. Don't click on the teardrop, somewhere close. Click there, and you notice that if you can see that when you click and put a teardrop in Google Maps, it gives you a latitude and longitude, okay? And of course, you all know, well, let me just see who's actually been studying. Latitude and longitude is what kind of location? What do we call that? We have latitude and longitude. That's what kind of, it's blank location.
Is it coordinate? Is that what you're saying?
No, what it's, okay, let me make it an easy multiple choice. Is it relative location or absolute location?
Absolute location.
Yes, that's, so latitude and longitude comprise absolute location. So those are the kind of questions that are going to come at you next Wednesday. Yeah, okay, I'm just telling you. All right, so latitude is the arc angle distance north and south of the equator. That's the first number. That's 34.14969 degrees north. Notice in the Western Hemisphere, longitude values are negative numbers. So if you think of the geographic grid as an arithmetic grid, numbers to the left of 0 are negative. It's just that simple. Speaking of 0, the line of latitude at 0 degrees latitude is called what?
The equator.
Yes, the equator. What do we call the line of longitude that's at 0 degrees longitude?
What is that? The prime meridian?
Yes, exactly. Well, good job so far. Okay, so here's how we get the, so now you have the latitude and longitude for Nashville, Tennessee. Again, it can just be a landmark or whatever. So put 36.149639 there. Longitude is negative 86.813630. Notice that we do not round off these numbers, okay? Do not round these numbers off. One, of course, as you learned in your reading, 1 degree of latitude is approximately 69 miles, okay? So what you're looking at, each number past that decimal is a fraction of 69 miles. So of course, the more times we divide up that 69 miles, the greater accuracy we have in terms of absolute location. So the last thing you want to do is round that number off and diminish your accuracy, okay? Okay. So that's how you determine latitude and longitude. So each person in the city will go in and do the same thing here and there. Don't round the numbers off. Keep the code out of the spreadsheet, okay? You don't want to have that HTML code in this spreadsheet. It'll mess everything up. Okay, now this is the one time for elevation. This is the one time that you will be allowed to Google, because elevation is just one of those things. So let's get out of Google Maps and just go to Google search, and let's see. So you can type in whatever your city is, Nashville, average elevation, and hit return, and you'll get a number. Okay, it says elevation of city, blah, blah, 597 feet above mean sea level. Okay, so go to your spreadsheet. Come on. Try to navigate here. Oof, there's the spreadsheet. Oh, here it is. Go to the spreadsheet. Now notice I put 597 only. Do not put feet. Do not put a little tick mark for feet. Don't mix text and numbers in a number field. Okay, don't do that. So we know this. We're just going to assume that that's feet and move on. Now, this assignment will get us somewhat into the Unit B a little bit. So you'll start to get a little bit of exposure to Unit B, which is the geography of North America, a little bit of exposure. So it kind of gets you into that part of the book now. So here's how we do that. Okay, so field G is hometown physiographic region, which we find in the textbook at figure 12.1. So we have to go here, find the textbook here, World Regional Geography. I think I'm still in student mode, so let's see. That's not good. That is no bueno. Let me get out of, maybe it's treating me like I'm a student that doesn't have the book bundle. So let me go back to developer mode. So if you have the book bundle, great. You got to be kidding me, right? All right. Let me, I'm gonna pause the recording for a moment. Okay, this map is very similar to the map that's on at figure 12.1 in your textbook. It's a map of the physiographic regions of North America, of course, which includes Alaska, parts of Canada, so on and so forth. So the city that we are looking at, of course, is Nashville. So we would zoom in here. So Nashville approximately falls within the realm of this green color area symbol, which is what we call the interior lowlands. And so we would go back to the interior lowlands. And so each person in each group, since we're here, let's say the next person in the group is from Dallas, Texas. Ooh, that's close. That's very close. Let's just for argument's sake, just to mix things up, let's say that Dallas is in the Great Plains. I'd take a closer look, but so Smith, so on and so forth. So sometimes you just have to improvise. Sometimes you just have to go to plan B. That's life. You know, things happen. As my mother used to say, the road of life is full of potholes. You just have to learn how to bounce with them. You know, it is what it is. Baltimore is in the Piedmont region, as you can see. This is actually a better map than the map that's in the book, to be honest with you. But, you know, it's truly a neat map. But whoops. It's in the Piedmont region. So let's go here. Back. And so on and so forth. Next, Köppen climate region. The Köppen climate region is on page, is figure 12.3. And so Köppen was a climatologist who created a methodology for dividing, there it is, Köppen climate map, North America. Maybe we can find a better map. Ooh, these are not good. No. All right, let me look at this one. This one might be better. So Köppen devised a way to divide, a methodology. Actually, it's a quantitative or math-based methodology for dividing the world into different climate regions. And so here is the Köppen climate map of North America with various climate region classifications. This is what we call a choropleth map. A choropleth map, which is one of your vocabulary words, is a map that uses color area symbols. Remember, there are three kinds of area map symbols: point, line, and area. This uses color area symbols. So this is a choropleth map to display a message to the map reader. And so Nashville would be in this green area, which is humid subtropical climate, that light green area. And the three-letter designation is CFA. So Nashville, would be CFA, humid subtropical climate. Okay, and so as you move through the instructions, notice that you're sent to different figures in the textbook. Hopefully the textbook will show up sometime today. I don't know what's going on. That's been doing that all semester for whatever reason. But if for whatever reason you can't find an appropriate textbook figure, just do a search. using the words here. And then just let me know, what you use, but hold off on that for right now. Okay. All right. So not last. So for hometown, city, surface water body within 100 miles, most of you should know what that is. If you're in Nashville, so I'm going to switch to ArcGIS Online here. And so I'm going to go to Nashville, Tennessee. And so most of you all are probably well aware of the fact that the major river that goes through Nashville is the Cumberland River. And so that would be what you would enter under major. Keyword is major surface water body, so not some little pond. Cumberland River, if you're from Memphis, you should know what that is. If you're from St. Louis, that should be easy for you to answer. Excuse me, if you're from Cincinnati, that should be an easy answer. Now, nearest mountain or mountain range, that can be tricky. So you're going to have to use the measure tool. So here's Nashville. Where's the closest mountain range? So it looks like it could be the Great Smoky Mountains, or is there another mountain range or a mountain that's closer? Don't see one. Oh, there's Sand Mountain. Oh, there's Sand Mountain. What's closer, Great Smoky Mountains or Sand Mountain? Don't know. Can't see from there. So let's use the measure tool. Click there, measure, miles. Click on Nashville, drag. Okay, Sand Mountain is 118 miles away, and the Great Smoky Mountains are 202 miles away. So that tells us that the closest mountain range, close this out, is within 100 miles is Sand Mountain. Might want to stick where it is, Alabama. And a natural hazard, of course, if you live in Nashville, it could be many, but we'll just say tornadoes. Okay, so each person will complete the spreadsheet, and then let's see if this works. You'll go, so here, let's go into the instructions, blah, blah, blah. All this is in the instructions. And now we're about here in the instructions, step 7. Well, not quite. We're at step 6, actually. So now, except we had to make a little adjustment. So we'll do file, download as a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. And there it is. Open it, open the spreadsheet. Okay, there it is. Okay, now I'm going to save it onto my hard drive here. So I'm going to call this the demo sheet because this is for the class demonstration. Save it, boom. Okay, now file, save as. I'm going to save it as a. So the second time I save it, I'm going to, let me cancel that. I'm going to, yeah. I'm going to do file. I'm going to save it as a comma delimited comma delimited file. Save, you're going to get a lot of error messages. Don't worry, click through them, close it out. You're going to get save, yes, yes. Okay, now we go back to ArcGIS. Now we're at step 7. We're almost home. Click that add button, add layer from file, choose file, navigate to this CSV file, the demo, open, import layer, and voila. Now I know it doesn't look like much. I'm gonna change the base map to imagery hybrid, and I'm gonna zoom out. We're zoomed way in. So notice that point is right at the Parthenon. Now we're in ArcGIS. We're no longer in Google Maps. And notice that when we click on that point, you can see all the data that was in our data table. So that's the attribute table being highlighted. So now what we probably want to do is have your city name, hometown city name show up as in the legend there. Now when I go to the legend, notice it says Nashville, Tennessee. If I zoom all the way out and change the base map, you can see it a little bit more clearly there. If I zoom all the way out, you can still see, no matter how far out I zoom, you can still see at that point demarks the location of that city. Now, when you and your group do this, all of your city names will be symbolized with point symbols and will show up in the legend like so. Now, just to demonstrate to you why it's important to have those number fields as numbers, let's show city population, which was a number field. Click there and then hit done, and look at what happens. The legend changes to a quantitative symbol representation, and so the population of each city will show up as proportionate to the diameter of these symbols, okay? And so that's why it's important that those number fields are number fields. If you mix numbers and text, this will not show up on your map. Okay, now you're almost home free. Next you go here, save your map, save as, give your map a name. I call mine 03 demo. You can add tags or whatever. I think it should save without tags. Oh, I gotta save at least one tag. TSU GEOG 1010, that's my tag. Save map. After you save the map, you'll want to go to share. Make sure it's public so I can see it. Scroll down, make sure you hit that done button. Go back to share. Here is the link to your map. That's a unique link to your map. Copy, and then paste that link right into the document. Make that link live. Then you upload this entire spreadsheet and your data tables saved in Excel and CSV format. Okay, next week, when this is due, each group must do a live demonstration of the map you created. You should be able to navigate in and out, change base maps. Each person should be able to show me something of interest about his or her city. As a matter of fact, I'm going to ask you to show me something of interest. I might ask you, show me the closest mountain range. Show me the population of your city relative to the other ones. And you should be able to navigate that map to do that. Okay, so I know that was a lot. I'm going to stop recording here and we'll move on